Welcome back to the So Far So Good podcast. My name is Christopher Coombs, and in front of me we have
Gaurav Kazanchi. Welcome back to our So Far So Good listeners.
It's so good to hear your smiling faces once again on this beautiful Sunday night.
And it's so good to, or Monday morning, and it's so good to listen to your talking voices.
I'm sure you're talking back. We will pretend to hear you, of course.
Yeah, sometimes we imagine when we ask a question, you guys are answering too, so we just, take that into consideration.
You know what? I was totally thinking the same thing, weren't you?
When?
Yeah.
Oh my god, okay Google.
You know the funniest thing? Every time we say to people, okay Google, and then start talking, technically when we say okay Google, it stops the podcast.
Yeah, we're actually stopping
Yeah, which I just realised the other day. So.
We should bleep out.
Top results.
Okay.
That was your okay Google.
My phone cooked it. No, thank you Google for always listening. Just like we're always listening to our soft souls and
soft souls
loyal
listening to
listeners.
us and loyal listeners. All right, let's kick it off with the introductory questions, Christopher Coombs.
Do you want to... You whip it up this
All right, I'll
this
whip it up. Okay, this is it's another sort of hygiene-related question.
Oh, it's going to be topical. Look out.
It's topical as. All right, so when you brush your teeth, do you brush your teeth?
Do I? Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, that's your question.
No,
All right.
that's not my question.
All right,
That's
so
not my
I'll
question.
tell you my question now.
So, you pick up your toothbrush, and then do you rinse your toothbrush?
What do you mean? After I put the toothpaste on it?
Yeah, so do you rinse your toothbrush before you put the toothpaste on?
No.
Do you rinse your toothbrush after you put the toothpaste on?
Yeah.
Okay, I do both.
Yeah, nice.
And no, so I'm wondering, because I had people tell me, or ask me, why are you rinsing your toothbrush after you put the toothpaste on? Because all it's doing is potentially washing it off the toothbrush.
It's not washing it off. It's just moistening up
It's
toothpaste.
It's tenderizing the toothpaste, right?
Yeah, because you don't want to put the toothpaste in your mouth dry.
Yeah, because that'll be pasty.
Not at all.
It'll be
Yeah.
way too pasty.
But yeah, sometimes you turn the tap on so hard that it does push the toothpaste off. Have you had that before?
Yeah. And it sticks to the sink, and you got to scrape it off the sink.
Yeah. And then you just wasted valuable Colgate.
Yeah, Colgate, man, toothpaste, the accumulation of toothpaste, I wonder how much that would cost in a lifetime.
Yeah, probably a fair bit. But again, a whole tube of toothpaste lasts quite a while.
It does last a while. Are you one to squeeze the bottom of the toothpaste, or you squeeze the middle of the toothpaste?
Do a bit of both.
You do a bit of both?
To be honest, yeah.
Okay.
Depending on how the paste is situated in the tube.
Okay.
Yeah.
Inside the tube.
No, because if it's right to the front, then I guess I'll push from the back up.
Yeah.
If it's kind of more towards the back, I'll just squeeze it wherever.
Wherever.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I do a bit of both, so yeah, not bad.
Give us your question.
My question to you is, if you could be on any reality television show, which one would it be?
Does this include games?
Any reality TV show.
Anything? It'd probably be...
I would say not a game show, because you'd only be on it that one time.
Okay.
Think about a
reality
an ongoing sort of show, yeah.
It'd for sure be The Amazing Race.
Nice.
Yeah. I've always had this thought. Dude, I've told you, I've got the application built up in my mind on how to do it. Yeah.
Who do you want to do it with?
I'll do it with you, man. I already told you this. You already know the answer. What nonsense.
No, we should actually do it.
Yours would be Survivor, surely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would have to be. Although Amazing Race would be up there.
Yeah.
But, I'd be Survivor.
Would you go on something like Big Brother?
It's a bit too controversial in a way.
Look, what I think is, if I had the opportunity for any show, I would just do it for the experience, whatever show it was. But I'm not going to, go out there and apply for Big Brother or something.
Yeah.
So
even as bad as I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, even as bad as that show is, I'd actually love to go on that show just for the actual genuine challenges that they do. They have to eat the worst stuff, and they have to sit in a tub of snakes.
Oh,
it'd be a good challenge.
What is the aim of that show? Is it similar to Survivor?
Oh, to be honest, something like that. Yeah,
it's fairly popular,
I think
isn't it?
the public potentially votes who goes home.
Okay, interesting.
But that's hard as well because no one watches it. So, but yeah, either way, I'll go Survivor.
Let's do it. Let's get into it.
Oh, let's get into it.
So far, so good. So welcome back to everybody listening. Christopher Coombs.
Yes.
Today I opened up my Spotify app and it spoke to me.
Wait, are we allowed to shout out Spotify? Like, we're not sponsored by them yet.
Yet, keyword yet. It'll happen if we keep saying its name. They might recognize us.
Yeah.
Okay, so Spotify spoke to me today.
Oh, you opened Spotify.
I
nice,
opened Spotify
nice.
and it spoke to me.
Spotify is good.
Spotify is good.
Yeah, so you opened Spotify.
You know what a good app is, actually?
Which one?
Spotify.
Oh, Spotify's good.
Spotify is actually a good app.
I don't mind Spotify.
Do you know what's on Spotify?
Spotify things?
Almost everything is on Spotify. Anyway, besides that, I opened up Spotify and the app literally spoke to me. It had something personalized for me.
Yeah.
Which I look forward to every year. It is the end of year summary of your Spotify usage.
Wow.
Did you have a look at
Very
yours too?
Nice. I did actually.
Yeah.
Mine came through this afternoon.
Yep.
Not bad. I didn't see it last year, so this was the first time seeing it for me.
Yeah.
So I was loving it.
Yeah.
It's good to look back and see what was your best songs, what you listened to the most, because there's not really any other way to track that, I suppose.
Nah, unless you, Look, in a nutshell, it's Spotify's really cool way of showing you your top tracks, your top artist of the year, who you discovered, all of that. And it's really cool to know because when I was looking at mine, I was seeing songs thinking, oh my God, I forgot I was playing that on repeat 7 months ago. And then it makes this whole playlist for you to look at. And it even included podcasts.
Yeah. Actually, my favorite part of all that is they gave me like a bunch of suggested songs as well, based on what I'd listened to.
Yeah.
So songs that I've never listened to, but are similar, I guess, genre and whatever. It's just similar songs to what are my top songs.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have a go through these and potentially get some new bangers.
New bangers. What was your top artist, if you don't mind me asking?
So far so good.
So Far So Good was actually in my top podcasts.
Yeah, nice.
Actually, a few people messaged us on So Far So Good podcast Instagram saying that So Far So Good was in their top podcast on Spotify too.
Yeah, we got a few messages actually.
So we did get quite a few. Shout out to all you guys.
Yeah.
So that was nice to see. And it's in my top podcast. I only listen to it to review. I don't listen to it because, other reasons.
Yeah, see, I don't listen to every single episode.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to over-listen to our podcast.
Yeah, of course.
Because the thing is, like, it's good to listen and review.
Yeah.
But you don't want to listen and be critiquing yourself so much that you kind of change your ways, and then it becomes like a show when it's not really a show. It's just us being ourselves.
It's
in
two best friends who have done literally everything together.
A life of bromance unleashed.
Yeah. As you don't know how our intro goes, and you don't know our description of the podcast.
I don't mind that though. We should add that.
We might change that up after reviewing.
A lifetime of bromance unleashed to the public.
Unleashed to the public.
That's not bad.
It's pretty good. So far, so good.
Yeah, not bad. My top artist for this year was Vance Joy.
Oh yes, you've mentioned him quite a bit on this pod.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah, I saw him live one time, one song.
One song.
You saw him a proper concert.
Yeah, I kind of explained that. We got better seats, made the whole experience better. Good times. Great classic. So far, so good.
Almost got a copyright claim.
Almost, but recovered. But my top artist for the decade was J. Cole.
Well done. And they're doing that because next year is a new decade. It's 2020.
Yeah. So who was your top artist?
My top artist this year was Hans Zimmer.
Oh, good old Hansi.
Good old Hans. My top artist last year was also Hans Zimmer.
Really?
My top artist for the decade was Hans Zimmer.
Do you listen to him that much?
I listen to him quite a bit. Dude, like when I'm working, shocked, actually. When I'm working on something, I like listening to his music because it's not lyrical, it's instrumental. You don't get really distracted by the lyrics.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
And plus he just has a great music. I'm a big fan.
Interesting.
And also I was listening to him on repeat before his concert, so that also helps. But, I have no shame in saying I listen to him all the time.
You do you, man. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, be yourself, man.
I am myself. Be yourself. I'm not hiding anything. I am me.
If I'm ever wanting to play background music, I play songs from the game MapleStory.
Oh my God. That just makes me so happy.
If anyone listening has not played the game, just jump on YouTube or Spotify.
Or it's not. Sadly, it's the only thing Spotify doesn't have.
I don't think it does. But jump on YouTube, listen to Maple Story background music. It's pretty awesome.
Each city in the game has a different, music.
Yeah.
My favorite personally is the one from Elinia. So just YouTube that. Actually, my new ringtone, we've discussed this, is a Maple Story track.
Yeah, Orbis.
Yeah. Orbis, exactly, from Orbis.
Nice.
I recommend you do one too.
I potentially will. We shall see.
Your phone's on silent, so it won't matter that much.
My phone's always on silent.
Yeah.
Don't ever call me because I won't pick it up. So Spotify is a good app.
It's a good app, Spotify.
Now, the real reason we're talking about Spotify is that I want to know. The soft souls want to know. The loyal listeners want to know.
Yeah.
The general listeners also want to know.
The here and there listeners too. The one-off listeners.
The one-time listeners to this episode want to know. Have you finalized your Spotify Christmas playlist?
Okay, I want to say I have finalized, I have personalized, I have re-edited and rearranged the whole playlist.
Wow.
Now, because tis the season, I will be constantly adding to it if I do make new discoveries. But at the moment, I am happy with the way it is.
Okay.
Now, before I sort of reveal it to you, because I'm pretty excited to reveal it to you, I want to tell you a couple things. So firstly, there are a few different versions of the same song, which I don't mind. I've done it deliberately, because there's some covers by modern artists and there's some originals, So that's why. But I've also put it in a specific order. So if you listen to it without shuffle, you won't be disappointed.
Interesting.
Because it's, I've sort of gone with how the DJs do it in the crowd. It starts off a bit poppy, then it goes, it slows down a bit, then it mixes it up with a bit of beats, and then it ends on a bang.
Wow.
And I'm about to reveal to you the playlist. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
And I just want you to describe everything you see.
Is this... Oh, so you're revealing to me...
I'm revealing to you on my phone, like. just the playlist of what it looks like.
Okay.
Okay, are you ready to see it?
I'm ready.
Here we go.
Hey!
Have a look.
Very nice.
Tell us what you see, man.
I like it. We see Gorav's smiling face veering into the distance with a nice Christmas hat, and in the background, a few Christmas decorations with a white background. Absolutely loving it.
Thank you.
And the name. The name of this good old playlist. Grav's Traxmas.
Traxmas. There's a little pun in there if you can see it. I'm pretty proud of that, to be honest.
Traxmas, hey? Very nice.
So there's 30 songs in there at the moment, but there will be more. I didn't want to flood it with all variations of every song, but I am content with it, and I'm excited for you to have a good listen.
So is this open to the public? Can our listeners jump on and listen?
I won't open it to the public until you listen to the whole playlist.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I value your opinion on this.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm not going to listen to it.
I mean, I'm not a Christmas Carol expert, so I probably won't have any feedback.
But that's exactly what makes it good. So if you listen to it start to finish without shuffle, and you tell me, you know what, I enjoyed it, or you know what, I didn't enjoy it, as a non-experienced Carol listener, I can take that feedback.
But the issue is, it's a bit early to be listening to Christmas carols.
It's December. It's the middle of December. 3 episodes ago, you said the last week of November. We're in the middle of December now. Oh man,
It's like Lord of the Rings. I'm trying to avoid at all costs.
I
don't mind Christmas carols.
You can do the carols.
All right, I'll start listening as of tomorrow morning. Tonight we're recording Thursday the 5th of December.
Yes, correct.
So I'll be listening as of the 6th of December.
I appreciate that. And then by the time of episode release, you would have at least finished the playlist once.
Okay. And then will we then have it open to the listeners?
Yeah, after your review, we'll post up something on our So Far So Good podcast Instagram.
So can the listeners just jump on and listen at that point, or do they need to make contact with us to get a secure link?
We'll figure it out, man. We'll figure it out when the time comes. I don't even know how it works. I have to make sure it's not editable. I don't want people deleting or adding things.
Yeah, exactly.
But I want it to be shareable.
Yeah.
So I've got to figure out the in-depths of Spotify.
Because all the international listeners will just sort of chuck in random songs, and we can see that coming.
Yeah, we hope not. And not just you international listeners. Even our national listeners, I can see that happening.
Yeah, to be honest, my plan was to chuck in Anaconda. Just chuck it in there.
Oh, you got to respect the playlist, man.
That's it. But yeah, pretty excited to listen. Now, I do want to discuss with you something quite serious.
Serious, is it?
Quite serious, which is happening to us in just over a week as of time of recording.
Just over a week. Ah, yes.
Now, we have a friend. We're not going to mention this friend in the episode.
As in his name?
We're not going to mention his name.
Have we discussed this friend before?
Of course we have.
We have. I know exactly who you're talking about. I'm just...
Now, this friend we're not going to release to the public in terms of name.
Yeah.
But it's going to relate to everyone in some way. Now, what's happening is our friend is moving to the other side of the world.
Yeah.
He's moving overseas for potentially 2 years, somewhere between 1 to 2 years.
That's correct.
Now, everyone listening will have experienced this in some way. When a friend either moves away, you lose contact with them, or simply you just stop getting in touch with them. Now, this friend of ours is quite close to us.
That's true.
One of the closest possible, I would say.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's tough.
It is. It is tough.
We've known about it for a few months now.
Almost a year, I'd say, we've known about it. Almost a year.
But it wasn't necessarily certain for that long.
Yeah, so it was up in the air, and now soon enough, he will literally be up in the air flying to another country.
Actually, but it's been certain for a few months.
Yeah.
And it's becoming that close now. It's in a week.
Yeah.
And this weekend, we will actually be sort of celebrating his going away.
Yeah, we will be celebrating the happiness of letting him go away. But it's also going to be the sadness of watching him go away.
Yes.
So it's an emotional time of the year. 'Tis the season, but
it's for us. I would say it's a lose situation.
Yeah, well, there was never any winning there. I don't know why that's where your mind went to. It's definitely a lose-lose.
Look, the first question I have for you is: have you come to terms with the fact that it's actually happening?
No.
At this point.
Okay, look. To be honest, literally 2 days ago, I would have said no. It's still mainly a no. But one of our friends had this idea where, you know, the good old, everyone send in a goodbye video, put it all together, make it super epic goodbye.
Yeah.
So I was actually helping her, you know, put it together, edit it all. And when I was watching those, I was like, man, this is actually happening. This is actually, you know, he's actually going away.
So that's like got you more to understand it, but still not fully.
Yeah, it's like when you're going on holidays. You know you're going on holidays, but it's only when you only start packing, you're like, oh my god, we're actually going in 2 days.
Yeah, very true. Yeah. Very true. I mean, for me, I'm not really fully come to terms with it because I keep thinking like, oh, I'm going to see him here, I'm going to see him there. Like, I've got plenty of time. Like, but now it's like literally 1 week. Yeah. It's 1 week away.
So we really got to cherish the moments.
Yeah, and we are going to be... We've decided we're going to go to the airport with him.
Yeah.
So we're going to have like an actual dramatic goodbye as he walks through the gate.
Should we bring a boombox and play some sad music?
Play the Christmas carols.
Yeah, Silent Night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
so,
how do you feel, man? How do you feel about this happening?
Look, man, it's... the whole time I was just... Honestly, to be honest, hoping that something would stop him from going.
Yeah.
But, you know, it is happening. And like you're saying, it's slowly come into real life terms.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking the same. Yeah. I was hoping something would happen where it wouldn't actually happen. But, you know what? For the reasons he's going over, I'm happy for the guy.
Yeah.
And hopefully it's not forever goodbye.
Yeah, yeah. But look, by all means, we can always go visit him.
We could, actually.
And that's an excuse to pack our bags for a bit.
Yeah. I reckon we might have to.
Yeah, we might have to.
Let's book it.
Right. You're the pro, bro. You do it. Now, Christopher Coombs, getting away from the sadness of this episode.
All right, back onto happy times.
Back onto the so far so good times.
Rainbows, sunshine,
lollipops,
let's go.
And na-na-na-na-na. You know that song? It starts something like that.
Dude, I heard that song on Spotify once.
It's what's it called? I dare you to tell me the name of the song.
Sunshine.
Probably. Probably. No, but it might get mixed up with You Are My Sunshine, My Only Son.
You make me happy.
Besides the point. All right. You know how I have an epic Samsung Galaxy S10?
Yeah.
Yep.
You've still got that stock screen protector.
I still have the factory fitted screen
How
protector,
is that?
which I'm thankful for. Look, I have ripped the edges a little bit, but it's lasted almost a year now.
That's pretty good, man.
Yeah, I'm really milking the factory fitted screen protector.
Yeah, I feel bad for our loyal listeners that, accidentally
Take it off.
took it off and got a new one.
Some people, man. If only those loyal listeners were soft souls, maybe they would have known.
These things wouldn't happen.
These things wouldn't happen. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now, there is a difference between loyal listeners and soft souls. We mentioned this a couple of episodes ago. But back to my story. Now, I use the Samsung Calendar app.
Good app.
You use that, right, as well?
Let me see. Is this the one?
It's the
one that looks like this?
Yeah, exactly right.
Oh, dude, best app.
So I've got it widgeted as well. And what I've got is...
Yeah, same.
Yeah, exactly.
Widgets are life.
And when you put on events or something in, you put the thing, you schedule in the day for a calendar reminder.
Yeah.
Now, sometimes I let it give me a reminder.
Okay.
Other times I don't need a reminder because I just need it there when I look at my calendar.
Yeah.
Okay? But sometimes I let it give me a reminder, and sometimes things automatically have reminders on them. Okay? Now, recently, in more recent updates of this phone, it's finally linked to Facebook events.
Okay.
So if you're attending a Facebook event, it's going to come up in the calendar. It used to do that a long time ago back on my Samsung Galaxy S2. Then it stopped for about 10 years.
How do you do it? You'll have to show me later.
I'll show you later, but I think you just have to kind of add it into an account in the calendar.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's simple. I'll show you the process.
Done.
So it finally has re-gotten that feature back, I'd say early this year, which is great because I don't have to manually enter in my Facebook events in the calendar that I've already accepted on Facebook.
Yeah,
right?
nice.
Now, going back to the reminders. I get reminders for, my lessons, whatever things I've got in the week. Now, it's a Wednesday. And Wednesdays, I generally don't book things in to put in my calendar unless it's a big event.
Okay. So is it kind of like your day off?
It's almost like my night off, yeah. It's almost like my day or night off. So suddenly I hear my phone's reminder bell ring. I'm like, what could this be? I don't have anything on tonight. And then I look in my reminder on my phone, and it's a reminder for Melbourne's beginner twerk class lesson.
Oh, that is so good.
And why that's good is you, as a joke, invited us all to this massive function, Melbourne beginner twerk lesson.
Yeah, so I was basically at work one day, just absolutely bored, just scrolling on Facebook. Don't tell my boss or any of my colleagues. But I saw this event come up, Melbourne twerk lesson.
It was like Melbourne's beginner twerk lesson.
Yeah, so there was like 3 lessons over 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And I just thought, I was so bored that I just thought it was the funniest thing ever. So I was literally inviting everyone who's like a decently close friend on my friends list. So if you didn't get an invite, you're obviously not a decently close friend.
Wow.
But
like
inviting everyone, it was I don't know why I was that bored that it was just so funny to me.
It makes it funny that like it wasn't even your event. It was just this public event that already existed.
Yeah.
So you clicked going and then just invited everyone that you know.
Yeah.
So then as a joke, of course, we all clicked attending. Hopefully they weren't at any loss of money.
Yeah.
And then I forgot I clicked attending and when I got that
reminder in your calendar. That is the best thing ever.
So it was a nice surprise and it gave me a good laugh.
So should we go to it?
Well, it's too late. It was on Wednesday.
You know, I actually privately messaged it to one of your sisters.
Did you really?
Yeah. It was pretty funny because she said to me, she replied to me saying, "Oh, I can do this day, but not this day." I was like, "Do you actually want to go?" And she was like, "Do you?" And I was like, "Look, to be honest, I was just joking."
Why didn't you just main invite her? Why was it? I think it's because you PM'd her that she thought it was
No,
legit.
because I knew that she probably wouldn't check her Facebook. She doesn't really check Facebook.
Yeah.
She mostly just checks the Messenger app.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd personally send it to her.
Yeah.
So it was pretty funny.
Hey, good gig. Maybe we'll go to one of the second or third classes.
Yeah, I mean, look, I've got the hips for it, but I don't think... But I don't think I have the flexibility for it.
Dude, I can already twerk. So if it was Twerking intermediate lesson.
But can you actually like shake it? Like, can you actually really jiggle it?
I can jiggle it.
Yeah?
I reckon I'll put something up on the So Far So Good podcast Instagram story.
Okay.
Proving my jiggleness.
We want to see it really jiggle.
I'll jiggle it while jingle belling.
Ooh.
On Gore of
Christmas
Traxmas.
style.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, look, if it was intermediate or maybe even advanced, I would have signed up for sure. But it's beginner, you know. I've already got those skills.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying.
And yeah.
But at the same time, you just got to try, and you'll be good at anything.
I am keen to. Yeah, look, I would even go for the beginner just to show everyone up.
Yeah. Look, I'm gonna say it again just to reiterate. This is honestly what I truly believe. If you want to be good at something, you just need to try. So many people, they fail once and then they're like, oh, I'm not good at this. Just keep trying, and I honestly think you can get better at anything.
That's pretty deep, man. So if you want to twerk that bad, just keep twerking.
Yeah, 100%.
Just twerk it.
Now, I do want to discuss something with you.
Okay.
So I met up with one of my good friends last night.
Okay.
Actually. Went to good old Glen Waverley.
Classic.
Love it.
Yep.
Good food, good vibes. It was a nice night, actually.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. Sun was setting. It was quite romantic, actually. Or should I say bromantic?
It was bromantic. Yeah, exactly right.
But so I was discussing with him because he's been having a bit of a tough time lately.
Okay.
But he's been talking to a girl online for about the last month.
Yep.
He's going on a date with her this weekend for
Really?
the first time.
Okay.
We were discussing what potentially they should do, what they should talk about, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Look, I've been out of the dating game for ever, pretty much.
It was never in it. Yeah, that's correct.
Look, I gave my 2 cents of what I should, what I think, but they've basically planned to do the classic dinner and movie.
That's not a bad idea.
Now, I want to discuss with you, what are your thoughts about a movie on a first date?
I think it's a good idea because
Tell me, give me reasons.
Okay, look, maybe these days. Okay, forget that. Reasons why I think it is a good idea. Because before, you're obviously not going to just go there, meet up, watch the movie, right? It's either dinner before or dinner after.
Yeah, let's say dinner before.
Let's say dinner before.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you get that time, even if it's not dinner, even if it's just snacking before or a coffee before, you meet up beforehand. Then you get that time for the initial bonding. You know, get to know them a little bit, get the vibes in. Now, regardless...
Get the vibes in.
Exactly.
Get them in.
Regardless if it went well or not, you're watching a movie, so you're not going to talk throughout the movie if things didn't go well.
Yep.
Now, if things did go well, you can vibe throughout the movie, you know, like have a good laugh together, have a good cry together, have a good, neutral emotions together.
Interesting.
And potentially, do a little bit of holding hands here and there.
Really? On a first date?
Maybe not on the first date. Actually, it just depends. Yeah, but I think it's good because it breaks up the full in your face together to you can relax a bit while you watch the movie. Yeah, because it's a first date. It's a first date. You never know.
Yeah, I can respect what you're saying. I honestly wouldn't go to the movies on a first date, but in saying what you just said, would you go to? Would that be your choice for a first date?
No. Personally, it wouldn't be my first choice. No.
Okay.
So why wouldn't you go?
I wouldn't because I actually think sitting there and watching a movie for, let's say, 2 hours next to someone on a first date, I actually think that's awkward.
Fair enough.
I actually think that's more awkward than facing each other and talking or doing something like bowling where you're actually interacting. I think the first date should be completely interacting.
Yeah. I enjoy an activity.
Yeah, I think an activity doesn't necessarily, have to be... You don't have to go to a bar and just face each other and talk for 5 hours.
That's true.
Like, you could do something for 2 hours, like a dinner for an hour or 2 hours, and then do some sort of activity where you're on and off sort of interacting with each other.
That's true.
Because I feel like if you're watching a movie, you can't really show your personality or you don't really know what to do.
Yeah.
What do you do with your hands?
Especially, look, you're right. Especially because it's a first date.
Yeah.
The reason I like an activity too is because you get to see a lot of personality traits.
You get to see if they're fun.
Yeah.
What they enjoy.
Competitiveness.
Yep.
You know.
You get to show how good you are.
Yeah.
What would be your first choice on a first date?
I would like something like a bike ride. Because you don't have to be too good at that. And then you can slow down and like speed up. Or what I've done in the past, me and Jen went to a massive trampoline place called Bounce.
Nice.
So that was good fun. Yeah, it was just the two of us.
Cute.
So that was, technically one of our first dates, but it wasn't, but like we had known each other for a long time, before we actually went on that date. So it doesn't really, actually going out on a date, it sort of counted, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. But Bounce is super fun.
Bounce is so much fun.
Bounce wouldn't be good for me because I'd be so into the trampoline that I wouldn't even
wouldn't care.
Would not even talk to them at all. I'd just be off doing flips. And
yeah. Look, something like you just said, bowling. That's it's I
think bowling, mini golf is pretty good.
I was just thinking mini golf as well.
There's not really much else, is there?
You see, I'm trying to think of something that I'd be relatively good at.
Bungee jumping?
Bungee jumping? Are you going to talk on the way down? You can't even jump together.
Nah, that was a bit of a joke. But I think bowling, mini golf are your sort of standard ones.
Yeah.
I would do movie maybe a few dates in.
Fair enough. I agree with that.
But in saying that, overall, I would say coffee is the best date.
Coffee or a... Yeah.
Yeah, because if you're not feeling it, you're like, oh, we've had coffee. All right, so I'll chat to you later.
Yeah.
But if you are feeling it, do you want to get food? Do you want to go play bowling?
Yes.
You can then make your decision from there.
That's exactly
right.
I
always think coffee is the best starter, or even just dinner, I guess.
Yeah.
But man, a formal dinner on a first date, it's too confronting.
Yeah,
it needs to be more casual.
I wouldn't do a formal one either. I would do something chill, something where you can just go in, sit wherever you want, and order whatever you want.
Yeah.
No sort of table service or anything.
Yeah.
I feel like table service makes it a bit awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a way.
It could make it awkward.
It could, but it could also show how genuine you are. Because
That's
the way
true.
you treat the waiter, shows a lot about your personality.
Yeah, that is very true. It does show who you are as a person. And coming from hospitality myself, I understand.
Yep. But I do wish my friend good luck. Good
All
luck,
the
my
best.
friend. I hope it works out well.
Skip the trailers because they give everything away these days.
And make sure you get popcorn.
And a choc top.
Yeah, you can skip choc top. Definitely popcorn. I could go for some popcorn right now. Anyway, moving on.
Now, Chris Coombs, I do want to clear something up because I know some of our listeners and even you have been getting a little bit confused sometimes. And people have been asking me as well. When we say the word soft soul, it started many, many, many episodes ago when one of our listeners recommended the acronym.
Yeah.
We call our listeners So Far So Listeners. We started calling that. I think you started that word. So Far So Listeners.
Yeah.
And then one of our listeners, Kishan, said, you should call them soft souls. For soft soul. SOFSOL.
Yeah.
The first SO for so, the F for far, the second SO for so, and the L for listeners. Soft souls.
It's a solid acronym.
It's a soft, solid acronym.
Solid.
We're not saying soft souls, like you're such a kind heart, you have a soft soul. We're saying soft soul. It's an acronym. It's soft soul. It's kind of an acronym.
It's basically, soft soul is one word.
Yeah.
Because it's an acronym.
Yeah.
But it stands for So Far So Listeners.
That's correct. So just clearing up some confusion. And being a soft soul is a great thing. You don't want to be, any other sort of listener.
Well, the other confusing thing is, what is the difference between a soft soul and a loyal listener?
Okay. Now, when I have been saying there is a difference, there is no difference. A soft soul is a loyal listener, but we've just given it a name. So sometimes we may alternate between the two words, soft soul, loyal listener, top listener, favorite listener, things like that.
Yeah.
You're all soft souls. So don't take it to heart if we accidentally call you a soft soul instead of a loyal listener, or vice versa. So we appreciate all our listeners.
Okay, now I need a bit more clarification.
Okay.
So what is then a general listener?
Okay, a general listener is different. A general listener, I don't think can be a soft soul or a loyal listener. They're the type of listener that, comes in here and there, maybe listens to an episode every 4 or 5 weeks, which is fine. We still love you, but we can't officially put you under the category of a soft soul because you're a casual listener. You're a casual soft soul.
And we do love actually all listeners because what do we love?
Everyone.
Yeah. So we appreciate you guys tuning in once again. So we will wrap this up just like we will be wrapping up our presents in a couple of weeks for Christmas. So
that's right.
Thank you guys once again for tuning into the So Far So Good podcast. And we will catch you when?
Next week on Monday.
Goodbye. I
Goodbye.
suppose. Yeah, I'll take that. I just feel like...
No, but that wasn't the question, though.
What
would you do for the first movie?
Yeah, no, what do you mean? Wait, what? The question to you was, would you do a movie on the first date? That was the question.
No, that wasn't the question.
Yeah.
No, it definitely wasn't. You said you.
No, because I said he's doing dinner and a movie. What are your thoughts on a movie on the first date?
Yeah.
That was the question.
But you said, what are my thoughts?
Yeah, what are your thoughts?
But you didn't say, would I do it?
God, save
Dude, it's different because I was doing it from his perspective.
So what would you do on a first date then?
I wouldn't go to the movies.
Oh my God. But you were just telling me why you think he should.
No, I think it's a good idea, but I wouldn't personally do it.
Interesting. Well, you're an Elliot. You're an absolute... You're an absolute Elliot.
Wait, hold on. That's very true. That's very true. But it just depends on the situation and the person. And, I don't know. I know that... I've like bit my tongue.